Countdown has begun. Okay, and with that, we are off. So no opening cutscenes. The runners prep a save file ahead of time that already watches the opening cutscene. So after about 25 seconds-ish of loads, we're gonna be running along here with Samus. We are playing on rookie mode, so you'll notice that the players are starting with 30 missiles instead of the 15 on the other difficulties. We just have a little intro sequence here, get familiar with Samus' controls. The runner's going to be looking to keep her feet on the ground as much as possible early on here. Samus runs faster than she jumps in the air or slides or anything like that. So we will be seeing a huge mixture of movement. Some of these things like the dash melees speed you up in all kinds of like certain circumstances. Both players flying through this initial climb here, and now we're getting up to our first glitch of the game here. Doing some pseudo waves by slide jumping and shooting through the wall to hit these blobs, skipping the tutorial section, and unlocking straight to the boss. Destructor getting tripped up there a little bit. Already a few seconds behind, but, you know, minute and a half in, that's nothing. And with that, our runners are on to the first boss. Our dog scorpion friend here, Scorpius. About 10 to 12 shots in the first phase will do a transition to phase 2 here where he starts to go invisible. Another additional 26 shots after this will wrap up the fight. So with 30, you're able to miss 4 and kill him outright without transitioning to phase 3 here, but both players having to go into phase 3, get a little ammo refill, and taking Scorpius down basically at the same time. So that's going to net our runners here the Phantom Cloak. Our first upgrade in this route through the game. Our players turn invisible. Kind of the primary usage of that is to get through these sensors that will block you if they see Samus running through there. So hacking is the key to those doors. But the cloak also has some other uses. Casually, you can use it to evade the enemies. You may see that in the run here, depending on enemy spawns. But it also has some other interesting uses that we will see here shortly. So, having already deviated from the intended path of the game, fighting the first boss early, and kind of making our way into this Emmy zone, kind of from a back door, not where the game intended you to first enter this Emmy zone. Kind of just gonna run through here freely without dealing with the Emmy. Okay, Ross going up over the top, skipping the item tutorial cutscene that Destructor got there. So that can save 4 or 5 seconds or so, depending on, well, as long as Ross is able to avoid it throughout the entire run. There we go, nice first try with area skip there. So this is one of the interesting uses of the Phantom Cloak, as I mentioned earlier. Lets you go invisible to evade those sensor doors, evade enemies, but also kind of makes it easier to jump up those slopes that you're not intended to. Dang, Ross is flying through here. Very nice water platform skip. First try, both side-on runners. That will save them about 6 or 7 seconds, avoiding having to stand on a pressure plate and raise the water platform and slide down to that rim. And there's our second upgrade for the runners. Charge beam, with Ross collecting it about 5 or 6 seconds ahead of Destructor. This is going to allow us to open up these charge beam doors, and now we're going to backtrack through some of these early rooms up towards the Corpheus fight, and then take an alternate path to the right side of our area. So we can unlock some thermal doors and further explore the area to find and take down those enemies that we talked about, whatever those are. As I had mentioned, Ross went up and over earlier to avoid the item tutorial skip, saving him about 5 seconds or so. Is the majority of his lead right now, which can totally be lost later. The trigger for the item tutorial is essentially you. It's a famous sliding through a small gap where there's within the range of the kind of hidden item indicator on the map. So there's going to be several areas in this game where you would typically, if you're trying to go through the room as fast as possible, you would use a slide. But in an attempt to avoid ever triggering that item tutorial cutscene, you just gotta remember not to do that in a few select areas. Alright, both our runners having activated those thermal gates. Running back here up to this Atom Room. Gonna head left out of here through this newly opened door and go meet our first Emmy. But before that, we do have another skip coming up here, the Mega Skip. Using some clever spacing right there. First try on Ross's side, and Destructor. Ooh, second try. Okay, not bad. But yeah, kind of using a wall jump and then kind of interrupting Samus's momentum with either aiming or a melee, and then turning it back into a respin, kind of finagle your way up the ledge. You're not supposed to be able to wall jump up. Kind of running a peek around that to trigger that first Emmy. We'll then allow our runners to come here, take down this first central unit, and now it's time to face off that white Emmy. Gunning down, jumping over, turning around, getting himself a little bit of space in there. Alright, we got that one. Destructor just shooting for it, fighting under though. That'll be good. Get a little bit of space there, charge it up, take them out. Alright, so this continues to be a tight race. Still Ross holding on to that, 4 or 5 second lead they gained by skipping the item tutorial. As I mentioned, that can come into play later. And now we are collecting the spider magnet, the last upgrade we need here in Artaria right now. With that, I'm gonna once again backtrack over to the right side of Artaria, where we first activated these thermal gates, and go grab an elevator up to the next area. Coming up to this sliding mega platform room. Going for the damage boost here. Let's see. There we go. Nailing it. Destructor right behind. Also nailing it. Doing that will save several seconds. I don't know, something like 10, 12 seconds of avoiding climbing up to the top and taking the magnet, like sliding platform over to the right. So using a specific movement through that room to kind of manipulate those flies and damage boost you up to the door. Very nice times leaving Artaria here for our runners. And there's the first one to enter Caterus, Destructor just a couple seconds behind. Quickly flying down this room, falling into this last Atom room. So, I want to say goodbye to our good friend Atom. Nice little turnaround missile for the Destructor there, avoid getting hit by that claw enemy. Alright, we got Ross coming up with this super deboost here. Oh, kind of funky movement. Neither runner getting it. Oh, now it's basically neck and neck. Destructor's maybe less than a second behind. And Destructor's going up, taking the L room to the speeded room. Gotta move quick here, run up here, blast that blob, and get out before the heat kills them. Saving a couple seconds over Ross, meeting back up at the semi room. And now Destructor back in the lead here by about a second. Man, just whipping through these rooms. Really nice clean movement on both sides. Continuing to keep things neck and neck here. Activate this next terminal door. Good Emmy spawn for Destructor, able to run right on through. Same for Ross. Right on Destructor's heels. Comes up here and approaches the big green button. Ooh. Going for the pseudo wave through it. Oh gosh. Those buttons can be so frustrating. You gotta blast up a charge shot. You can save like a small amount of time by pseudo wave shooting through that little barrier there. But if you don't get it right away, you end up losing time. That's be a little frustrating. Destructor's showing a little visible frustration, kind of throwing up the hands after that button, but not losing much time. Right behind Ross, activating this thermal pump, and now coming up to the next big trick of this run. We have Atom skip. We're gonna make a quick, brief run through this other little Emmy room or zone, and here comes Ross going for the very particular wall jumps. Ooh, that was first try on the Destructor side, it looks like. And Ross, there we go. I'm not sure that was like third-ish try. Not terrible. Definitely enough to give Destructor several seconds lead here. Close pseudo wave into the button on Ross's side. Destructor did manage to get that one. With Atom skip out of the way, that was kind of the big highlight of Caterus. We got about another minute of our runners just running through these rooms, trying to keep the movement as tight as possible. Got Destructor. Nice. The wall jump up this magnet wall here, allowing them to save a cycle. And Ross as well. Kind of a little high five on that special platform there. After grabbing that E-tank. Ross right behind grabbing the E-tank as well. I mean, there's no reason not to grab that E-tank. Taking that claw into the back. I mean, basically at the end of that platform, just being damaged forward. You can either do kind of a high jump coming up on that first ledge to get it upwards, or you can do like a little low jump as it's following behind you to kind of skip getting hit. But at this point, runners have plenty of health. Doesn't really matter. And there's both our runners on the tram to Dairon. Gonna do a little detour to collect the wide beam. For backtracking over here, back to Caterus, collect some more stuff, and then fight our big green friend trade. Alright, Destructor coming off the tram here. Yeah, there we go. Nice use of that Phantom Cloak there. That if you Phantom Cloak onto those slopes like that, where Samus normally slides, you have a pretty decent sized window to be able to jump off of it, allowing you to save some movement climbing across those magnet ceilings, because Samus kind of climbs along those pretty slowly. Making his way through this last little Dairon dark room. It's time to turn the lights on. There's Ross right behind. We're about 8-9 seconds behind Destructor turning these lights on. Nice melee on that bird, slide under him. Missile shot into the door. Collect the wide beam. Ross blasting the bird with a double missile, collecting the wide beam. Now back to the big hub room. Going across the top here. Okay, nice quick to the wide beam there, or wide beam block. And now we're gonna go up here and meet a new Emmy. New yellow flavor. We'll see him a little more later. That's it. Just a little preview. Alright, Destructor wrapping up his wide beam detour. Heading on out of Dairon. Ross still hot on the heels, still about 8-9 seconds behind. Destructor stepping off tram to Caterus. Our brand new wide beam, and let's get through the wide beam door and make our way to the central unit over here. and take down the green-flavored enemy. That's the classic Metroid upgrade in the boss ball. Destructor exiting that central room just as Rock kills the unit, running through, blasting through this bomb blob in position, and then blasting the enemy in the face here. Up close and personal, it looks a little scary, but as this green enemy is climbing up this little ledge here, as you can see on Russ's side, it has to finish this climbing animation before it can do anything else, so you can have plenty of damage on its face plate. And start charging your Omega Cannon very early. That way, as soon as it shows its face, you blast it across it there. Alright, we got Destructor regaining control. About 2013. Ross regaining control after the morph ball, about 2023, 2024, about 10, 11 seconds behind here. Making our way through some morph tunnels. Put this sweet new upgrade to use and go get yet another upgrade. You know, the Metroid game, just kind of what you do. Get a new upgrade, go get another new upgrade. And this is going to be our last one, a nice new pair of pants for Samus. We can go into Kraid's lair. Yeah, this is insanely close. Destructors, like I said, I think it's about 10, 11 seconds ahead of Ross at the moment. Which, you know, one mistake can toss that out the door. So we still got plenty of game left, plenty of tricks, all kinds of places for 11 second difference here. Oh, nice. Destructor getting that trick shot through the morph tunnel to hit the charge door early. Saves only a handful of frames, but good slag scrap. Ross gets it too. Destructor makes his way up through this area climb. Nice clean movement. Getting to the top hallway. Ross making their way through the area climb as well. Oh, that was a nice morph into that tunnel there. Quick high five coming in and out of the Bavaria pickup area. Destructor making their way back down the Bavaria climb area. Popping back into that red teleporter. And it's time to go cook a lizard. Oh yeah, thanks to Keku throwing out the links in there. While we're watching these teleporter loading screens, that was a great time to go follow these runners, Destructor and Ross. Two excellent runners of this game. If you're enjoying the show here, make sure to go drop and follow. Okay, Destructor, brand new pair of pants, heading through these heated rooms on the way to Kraid's lair. Ross hot on his heels. Kind of damage boosting through most of these enemies. Just trying to move as quickly as possible through these rooms. You got this off guard eye thing to replenish all of your resources anyway. Destructor. Dropping into the crate fight. Making them missiles. Often that pad like full of missiles. Picking them back up. He's got kind of two moves that crate can use right off the start. The claw or that puke attack. You want to switch claws. Ooh, nice single wall jump on the structure side there, using the morph ball to morph to unmorph to be able to wall jump on a single wall. Rock is just going some damage down, but got some good RNG with Kraid shooting out the belly spikes early so he can climb up here. Definitely slower overall on that Kraid fight. Oh, Destructor had no missiles though. Oh, that's unfortunate. You need a missile to get into this fusion room. And so if you happen to kill Kraid with your last missile, you gotta kind of wait for an enemy to spawn and shoot it. You only lose a few seconds, but it kind of puts a damper on having a really good Kraid fight. Destructor entering that purple teleporter. About a 2551 on the accept menu there. And that looks like about a 2607 for Ross. We're looking at about a 15-16 second lead on Destructor's side now. As he drops into Dairon, doing a quick instant charge, jump, shoot down to take care of that blob. Now we're going to crawl through here, head off to the left. You know both these guys are going sharp boost route. Bye, Adam. Bye, Adam. Alright, so we got a little preview of our yellow flavored Emmy earlier. And here, we're not even going to get another look at it. Nice single wall jump there from the Destructor to get up and around. Yeah, both our runners taking the... Basically, there's two main routes through this game in NMG currently. There's either the early space route where you get the space jump and use that to get those through attacks, or you use some relatively new speed tech called short boosting and you use that to get the space jump. When you do that, you don't get the early grapple, so taking a slightly different route through Dairon than what you might be used to. And here we are going to go pick up the bombs and kind of continue on the flash shift from here. I mean, I guess actually the route through here would be more similar to what you would see casually the first time anyway. Beautiful movement on the Spectre side there. Ross heading through these same rooms here. Yeah, so that room right there, Destructor had like a nice dash melee off the edge. Ross just dropped down. So those are the little things that you gotta look for that starts to add up in this game. And good use of dash melees on the Destructor's side in general. The dash melees are, you know, where Samus is swinging her arm cannon forward, how you can kind of melee into enemies to kind of finish them off damage or parry. They give Samus a good short, like quick burst of speed at the cost of kind of like a recovery animation to get back moving. But there's plenty of instances in the game where you can kind of mitigate that recovery animation, and so looking out for those like little optimizations is how you can really separate the good runners from the great runners in a game like this. Now we got Destructor flying through Birdania here. Just really love the movement through this little water section. There's a nice little slide into the cloak to avoid detection from that laser enemy. Ooh. Destructor was going for like a coyote jump there, but went a little high on it and kind of climbed across the magnet ceiling. A little bit slow, but yeah, Ross doing pretty much the same thing, maybe getting a little bit further to the right there. Coming up the flash shift, we got these flash shift doors, pressure plates, detecting whether there's anything sitting in there, and Destructor. Beautiful first try, the backdoor flash, using kind of a placing bombs in a rhythm. We got Ross going for it now, trying to stay airborne and away from the door enough to trick the game. And it'll be like, oh, okay, you're not on this pressure plate. I'll open up, and then you slide on in. Oh, Ross, this is... Come on. Oh, this is a very difficult trick, very strict timing. And it's one of those, at least for me, I'm really bad at timing in general, but this is a trick I think is kind of frustrating if you don't get it fairly quickly. Just because like I said, it's very much based on rhythm. And so if you don't get it quickly, you probably just kind of feel like the rhythm's off, and it can kind of just be hard to recover. Ross still okay. There we go. Phew. Unfortunate though. That is a huge advantage for Destructor there, getting that first try. Ross losing a good, I don't know, 30, 45 seconds maybe. Getting off the tram, back over to Dairon. Meanwhile, Ross heading through these water rooms. Most of the players opting to go all the way down here on the bottom and shoot up in these blobs to lower the water level. You can do some pseudo waves from up here in the right and left corners, but you got to be really quick. And even if you are, you're only saving like a couple seconds, so it makes sense to go down, especially in a race scenario, just go down to the bottom and kind of take the meanwhile, Destructor gunning down the central unit over here in this yellow Emmy zone. Flash shift out of here, flash shift left, immediately jump up and aim up to the left. Or just jump up to the left, okay. And gun down, yell at me before it barely gets the opportunity to go anywhere. Finish off the Mega Cannon and picking up the other go fast ability. So I love this point in the run. Like you have like this just like huge dynamic shift in the way that you handle Samus, the way that she moves, the way that you move her through rooms. You get this flash shift, immediately followed by the speed booster. And it kind of just forces you to, you know, rethink how you're going to move through these rooms, because you got these amazing movement abilities. After going through this first little speed booster puzzle, hopping up there and use the spark to keep that momentum going. Morphine and sparking up there to avoid a little cinematic cutscene, and it's going to keep on going up here to the right. Speed boost again. If we jump up here, hit these to open up the way to Perennia, but we're not going up there just yet. We gotta go take a little detour back to Artaria and pick up our spear attack just a little bit early. Destructor accepting that yellow teleporter around the 35-10 mark. He is in the transition over to Artaria. So going for that screw attack, using some relatively new tech called the short boost. Very difficult, extremely precise trick. Can require a few frame perfect inputs while you're kind of under pressure, taking cold damage in a room. And this is really, anyone's game at this point. Even though Ross is still a solid minute and change behind. This short boost trick can really just cause heck for our runners here. Oh yeah, I always forget, so we gotta go before we grab that screw attack. Destructor's gotta go grab that grapple beam. You'd normally get this a few items earlier in the older traditional early space route. But here on this route, you kind of get it the intended way. Just to come to it from Artaria here. Speed ball there. Destructor. Shine sparking down. I love that one just because, like, you barely get an opportunity to shine spark down in this game. But it's the fastest way for Samus to move downwards. Like, there's rarely any situations where you can actually make good use of it, where it's actually going to save you time, and that's one of them. And here we are, Destructor, first one, the short boost arena. Yeah, okay, and we got the pause buffer method here. What he's trying to do is get perfect kind of spacing from the edge of this platform. Use the flash shift, interrupt it midway, activate the speed boost like that, and then he's still on to get pulled to the right. And we're basically tricking the game into using that movement as kind of the start of building up the speed booster, allowing it to be charged to full in a much smaller horizontal distance than would be normally possible. And then using that to shine spark up through the water here. The players can get up to the... Oh no! Get up to the screw attack, and that's no good. Yeah, you can see Destructor not too pleased about what just happened there. And now it's Ross is technically ahead. So at this point, it's really just whoever can get the short boost first is going to be taking the lead here. That's what I was talking about. This being an extremely precise trick. You can even see with Destructor's usage of like the pause buffer and the timing on it is just so strict. And then that added pressure. Oh my goodness, Ross! That first try. Oh, that's huge. All sparked up. He's up there. And now Destructor. Oh, he got the boost. He saw the speed boost right at the end of that platform, but wasn't able to store the spark. Oh man. Oh, low on health again. Gotta take a little bit of time to farm those bugs up there. Making very good use of the quick charge technique. In this game, Samus is charging her beam. You can actually release it while spin jumping or in the middle of a turnaround animation to charge it instantly. Okay, there we go. Destructor's got the shine. Lined up. There we go. Looking good. Okay. You can kind of see the look on his face. He's happy. He's relieved to be through, but definitely not feeling good about dying and about taking as long. Ross really just coming in clutch though. With the first try there is huge. And there's Ross entering that yellow teleporter, heading back over to Dairon. He does about 40-35 on the confirmation there of the yellow teleporter. I will try to remember to check the time for Destructor when he gets there. Nice false spark. Go up that shaft there on the Destructor side. He gets most of the way up there, but losing speed boost. Really wanted to store a shine and spark up that huge horizontal or vertical room. And there's Destructor entering the yellow teleporter. It's gonna be confirming about 41:30-ish. So just shy of a full minute behind. All things considered, this is still anyone's game. Not a terrible place to be in. It's not good, especially being the first one to get to that short boost. Having a good minute and a half lead there. But that's just, like I said, that's such a difficult trick. And when it goes wrong, it can really go wrong and die and send you back to a checkpoint. And, you know, there goes a couple minutes. So, we got Ross entering Perennia, going into the quiet robo fight. This is always fun to watch with the screw attack. Just gonna make quick work of this robo. Just jumping into it until it dies. So, yeah, this is gonna be tough. This is tough for Destructor. Like I said, it's not over, but that short boost is by far the most volatile part of the run. It's going to be the biggest, opportunity for a massive lead change like that. Like I said, going from about a minute and a half ahead to a minute behind is huge. And there's nothing left that should do that. So it's Ross's race to lose at this point. But, anything can happen. There's still places to die. Like late in the Ravenbeak fight. Maybe against one of the Chosen Warriors, like Ross just kind of making his way back through some rooms we've seen before, but this time with the flash shift, which kind of just completely changes your approach to them. Flying through them quickly. On his way back over to Brenya, en route to Gaveron. Destructor's still moving through these rooms very, very quickly, very nicely. Really just shaking off the that short boost, which is good. It can be really easy to get in your head about a trick going wrong like that, and kind of letting that drag you down. But Destructor's playing very cleanly, not letting it bother him. Okay, now Ross getting near the end of our kind of passing through Brenya here, doing another pseudo wave. These DT slides, just kind of sliding towards the wall and doing a quick double turnaround and release the shot. Able to do like pseudo wave through there, shooting that blob from the wrong side, allowing us to skip the underwater boss whose name I can't remember. Big barnacle thing. Pretty sure that's his name. Alright, Destructor, good speed keeps through Brenya here. Doing the ball spark through this room as Ross went through the for the flash shifts. Ooh. Ross is flying, or not. Destructor's flying. Oh, and then struggling a little bit with the slides, losing a bit of time. Oh! That was a little scary. Flying through that climb without using the cloak, so going a little bit faster than Ross did through there. And Ross was struggling a little bit on that first room in Gaveron. Not even sure exactly what happened because I was watching Destructor. Ideally, you'll open this grapple beam to the right. You'll see when Destructor gets in there, and then speed boost and jump up the ledge. Kind of morph, jump, unmorph to quickly climb up. You should never end up in the water in this next room, which is where Ross was when I looked over. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Flying through there in Destructor, so just making up little bits of time in all of these rooms. There's Ross picking up missiles, Destructor destroying this cold robo, Shine Spark, keeps through attacks later. Sayonara. Looks like Ross regained control about 47-25 after the sweepers there. Try to get a good measure of where Destructor's at now. He's definitely been gaining on Ross through just clean movement. Ross using those super missiles. Unlock the path to Elune. Do their quick detour to get the plasma. Looks like Destructor is going to regain here at about 48.05. What did I say for Ross? Did I say 25 or 35? Either way, from going about a minute behind after the short boost, Destructor has gained a good at least 15 seconds. Ross making his way through Elune, gonna go get our plasma beam upgrade. This is kind of like this is the part of the game where Samus just upgrades all of her arsenal. You get a missile upgrade, followed by a beam upgrade, and then another missile upgrade. Nothing too terribly interesting going on in Elune. Clean movement. Ross grabbing the plasma beam, going for the speed keep, losing it just at the top there. Still not bad. And climbing our way up to the first Chozo warrior fight. Just gonna beam mash, or if you have turbo, just gun him down. Ross is doing some weaving, kind of that was a 22 confirmed for Ross, and then like a 56 for Destructor, I think. But yeah, Destructor's about just a little over half a minute behind now. About 34 seconds or so. Ooh, Ross getting a little low health on this Chozo Warrior fight, but usually not a concern. This one, just if you're quick enough mashing or you're using turbo, you can almost just face tank this Chozo Warrior and come out ahead with the 3 E-tanks. It seems like something's going on with Ross's controller. Or he's swapping? I don't know. Okay, Destructor just running through with the speed booster on this Elune exit. Whereas Ross got the nice swag, like 1 second time save of the Shine Spark. Instant Spark to the left. Okay, confirming it's a controller swap in chat there. Nice speed keep for Ross. Flying through Gavron here. See if you can get through the Emmy zone. A nice morph. Wall jump, wall jump, wall jump. Store the spark. Nice. Through the wall. Spark up. Very nice for Ross. Now we're going to head up here. We have a water bomb jump coming up. And then heading up to face the Ice Blue Emmy. Ooh, Destructor not getting that nice, clean speed keep that Ross did through all of these rooms. Losing time. See if you can get the second part here. Through the Amazon. Oh, lost it again. Yeah, it's definitely several seconds there that Ross was able to kind of grow that lead back a little bit. Destructor just got to not let that get him down too much. It's still not over. He was making up good time through pretty much every section since the short piece until that one. So as long as he's able to shake that off and still bring this back. Ross gunning down the blue Emmy. Destructor about to be doing the same here. Yeah. There's a couple of ways to get to the top right of this room here. You can do what Destructor did there, throw the Shine Spark and Shine Spark up to the right. Or you can just use the speed boost to quickly get under the gap and then jump up to the left, wall jump, and flash to the right. The key point is just to get up to the top right quick enough so that the Emmy goes up there immediately. If you're a little slow, he'll opt to go into the morph tunnel instead. And then you gotta wait several seconds for him to come up top so you can start shooting him in the face. So there's Ross with the ice missiles. A little slip up there, but no big deal. Climbing up the shaft, shoot that with the ice missile. Oh, going up here. So we're gonna see Ross. Looks like we're gonna see Ross grab the spin boost here. Oh. Or... Oh. No, never mind. Oh, right. Okay, gravity. Forgot. Gosh, okay. And neither of them get into so they're gonna get the space jump later. You can kind of player preference. I think the space jump is maybe a little bit faster. But after coming to this part, instead of taking the green teleporter, the runners can go down below to get the spin boost upgrade. But both players are just gonna head straight over to gravity. Okay, Roth making their way through the Shine Spark puzzle here. Utilizing this to back over into gravity. Now the Destructor's making their way through. Okay. Got over the top of that slope just fine. Wow, this is close. Yeah, the Destructor's made up a ton of time. I try to see what we're looking at here. It's about 54 for Ross regaining control. About 03 for Destructor. Yeah, this is... We're looking at like less than a 10-second lead on Ross's side now. Just pointing out in chat there, Destructor was nearly a minute ahead after the short boost. So to bring that back down to less than 10 seconds. And we've still got a little bit of game left. Like, this is going to be down to the wire. Oh my goodness. Ross low on health. And just like that, the Destructor back in the lead. After losing it to the short boost about 20 minutes ago. Oh, Ross. This double robo fight. You don't like to see it go down like this. It can get scary. They do a lot of damage, and since your primary strategy for doing damage is to jump into them, sometimes that can lead into a problem like that, and so you just gotta run around and try to stay alive and not take the death there and have to restart the fight from the beginning. Okay, well, let's see. We got Golzuna. Things can happen in Golzuna. Destructor, nice. Okay. Fine on phase 2. Got a start on phase 3, waiting for him to come up. Okay, we're just going for the 1. Now he's got a gun down, like half of his health. Nice missiles, nice angled down shot there. Oh, Ross. Oh, Ross gets the second spark on phase 3. And just like that, he's still behind, but made up quite a bit of time on that boss fight there. Oh, this core X giving him some trouble. Oh, that's a slow core. Yeah, that's not how you wanted to see that fight end. Having to shoot it down with ice crystals. Oh. Destructor getting cross-bombed. Alright, Destructor out of that cross-bomb puzzle. And on the tram into Hanubia. Got a 59-17 confirmation. Ross confirmed about 59-25. So Destructor about 8 seconds ahead still. Ross gaining a little bit of time on that Golzuna fight, but dang, if it wasn't for that core, we were able to spark the core there. He almost died. Nice, and spark to the right for the Destructor. I'm assuming Ross is going to do the same because he does spark in. Oh, didn't get the instant. Okay, both of them getting through those last rooms just fine there. Yeah, as Ross chiming in, yeah, sometimes when the core doesn't cooperate, like, really it comes to that first hit, you hit it, you want to hit the core on like the bottom half of the hitbox so it gets kind of knocked up in the air and you can run under it to build your spark. But it's very finicky, and if you accidentally hit it and it accidentally moves down instead, you're kind of not, like, you can still work to get the spark, but the amount of work you're gonna have to put into to be able to spark it at that point is like barely worth it, if at all. Generally. Destructor through that Wave ME section and about to enter the SQ fight. Lost. Not too far behind. So Destructor cross-bombing up. There we go. Nice. Very quick kill. Shine sparking from above, kind of the top right, forcing SQ to the left, and then flash shifting to the left into a screw attack, kind of bounce between the wall and the boss to quickly take down its health. Ross just a little slow there, wasn't able to get kind of that bouncing spark. I do believe Destructor was able to get a 2 cycle on the core X. By being able to like hit it with a cross bomb and its screw attack at the same time, maybe a missile, I'm not sure. I didn't have to see the entire fight. But by hitting those core X's with multiple forms of damage at the same time, you can do more damage than you're intended to, and kind of ended a cycle or two early. Damn, nice double robo fight from Destructor. And hopping over here to top left, pick up the space jump real quick. And double back to the right and go pick up a wave beam. Now we got Ross in the double robo fight. The black robo not being as cooperative, jumped down a little bit. Wasn't able to get the same amount of double plasma beam spam that Destructor was able to get on that fight. Ross is going to space jump and Destructor making their way through the last set of wave ending rooms. About to enter the final central unit fight with the Screw Attack and Speed Booster. It dead. Out of the central unit, activating elevator, popping into the bomb tunnel. Posting up in the corner here. Destructor is gonna gun in this purple Emmy down. Can't afford to miss more than 1 or 2 shots here to be able to get enough damage on the space plate in time. Going for the slide under. Probably a good call. There we go. Whew. Gosh, that is always a scary Emmy kill to watch. Okay. Oh, Ross teasing the deep blue kill. But didn't actually go for it. Okay, yeah, Ross is just gonna go over here to the left and kill it from the left of this bomb block. Lighten it up as it crawls through this tunnel. Trying to destroy the faceplate by the time it climbs up here. Going down to the left a little bit, getting a little bit more space. Okay. And purple Emmy down. Destructor making their way back through this elevator we used to get in here, heading back up to Nubia. And we got one last area to kind of clean up. We're gonna do some power bombs, kill a couple Treasure Warriors, and then off to the final boss. This has been a really just tight race. But at this point, it's really going to come up to a fairly big snafu on the Destructor's side. The Rocks have a shot at this. Destructor's going to have to take a death or a death on one of these, like 3 fights left. During the first of the 3 final fights here against the Red Treasure Warrior. Building up the Storm Missile lock-on while it has its shield up. Peppering it with beams when the shield is down. Pulling to phase 2. Light them up with the beams, and it's over before you know it. That's our final upgrade of the game, the Power Bombs. Ross about to enter this Chozo Warrior fight, just as Destructor's picking up that power bomb upgrade and about to leave this room. Another little high five. Ooh, that was a very nice phase 1 on that fight for Ross. Ooh, and a quick phase 2 as well. That was a very nice fight. Destructor going through these rooms, using the power bomb in the previous room. Blow up block, get through these rooms a little faster. Shooting some drones there, looking for the power bomb to drop. Got it. All apart, place a power bomb and fly up here. And the Destructor is about to enter the penultimate fight against the Gold Treasure Warrior. Work pretty much the same as the red one we just saw in the runner fight. Very clean fight from Destructor. Absorbing that gold warrior and popping into the Saiyan pod. Head up to Itarash, where we will face off against the bird dad of Ravenbeak. While Ross not too far behind, just entering that gold Chozo warrior fight. And there's Destructor taking the elevator up to Ravenbeak. Time for the grand finale. Lighting him up with missiles right out the gate. Peppering in cross bomb, looking to get him in this red armor phase so he doesn't miss parry. There's double lock storm missiles and letting the turbo do the work there, taking him down. There goes phase one, skipping the gold armor phase where he goes invulnerable. Really the main thing you want to accomplish in the first phase of Ravenbeak. On to phase two. There we go. Yeah, that's, you want to see that attack. The one where you're just machine gunning. You do the melee into the aim. And that pose will just let the shot fly right over Santa's head. On to phase three. There's stun. We're gonna just pretty early stun, so we're gonna drop the power bomb. Somewhat early melee. Destructor's gonna go for the parry. Lighten them up with missiles in this cutscene. This is the one parry cutscene in the game that you actually want to see. And just like that, our missiles wrapping up the fight. That is a dead Ravenbeak on Destructor's side, as Ross is working through phase two. It's a nice fight. Yeah, there's machine gun attacks again. You want to see that. Really just not like just free damage. Ooh. It's a little low. Okay, moving on to phase three. Very early parry for Ross. Racking up all kinds of free damage in that parry cutscene. Oh, now he's giving him the big old heck you laser. It's gonna be another good opportunity for Ross to build up enough damage and finish off phase three. Destructors making their way through the escape. We've got that Metroid suit. Big old hyper laser cannon thing. Nice little speed boost from the Destructor. Not too much coming on here. Just clean movement, Destructor, the speed boost, jumping up a little bit before arcing up to avoid a cinematic cutscene that actually slows things down. And then another arc there to the left, and didn't get that last one into the final cutscene, but that's gonna do it. Destructor taking home the victory with a racetime.gg official time of 1:13:43. Yeah, give the GGs in the chat there for our runners. Fantastic showing by both players here. Like, that was... Oh, Ross. Okay, Ross trying to show the speed boost. Alright. Trying to show off the speed boost there. You can build a spark on that upper platform and then spark into the slope and wall jump back. You're gonna get through the last part of that room a little bit quicker. Oh, now he's just showing off with the infinite bomb jumps. I don't think this is faster than skipping the cinematic cutscene, but I don't know. I've never timed it. We'll mark Destructor as the winner and get a last second audio switch so we can see Ross finish up as well here. Narrowly escaping, only 41 seconds to spare. Okay, I'm not sure if either of them got an invite. We'll kind of wait and see if either of them are going to end up joining the voice channel here. Oh, wait. Yep, I see Destructor in the setup room. Yeah, that was a fantastic race. Oh, GG's Destructor.
Hello, thank you.
So, I guess right off the gate, how are you feeling about that one?
Very frustrated, but I guess a dub is a dub, so let's just wipe it off and try and plan on what's ahead of me.
Yeah, that's seems like a reasonable, measured response. Yeah, I mean, obviously, kind of the biggest moment of that was that short boost. How were you feeling when you took that death there initially?
Extremely frustrated. I usually don't struggle a whole lot with short boost, especially when it comes to like death control. I usually put myself in such a safe position, but yeah, I don't know. Today just really wasn't the day for it. I'm usually extremely consistent on the trick, but
oh, there we go. What's up,
crap
guys?
happens, I guess. So it's just
Yeah.
some days you get it 6 runs in a row first try, and then on the right moment, well, on the moment it matters, I take a death, but I guess it's something I really don't want to happen for my next matches.
Yeah.
That will be unforgiving in the upcoming ones.
Yeah, I mean, it's just such a precise and like difficult trick that
It
it
is.
definitely seems like something that like you can really be in the zone for. But if you're just like a little bit off, it's gonna be tough. Hey Ross, GG.
Hey, Ross.
What's up,
GG.
guys? Yeah, GG's to you, Destructor, man. You played really
Thanks.
well on the way out. Congrats, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you both played fantastic. That was a wonderful race to watch. Like I said, that was that short boost. You know, Ross, I believe you did get that first try, right?
Yeah, Yeah. I looked.
Yeah.
I was about. The bomb jumps killed me. The flash shift, everything killed me before short boost. So I peeked at his stream actually, because the restream's a little bit behind, right? So I peeked at his stream, and I seen him, and I couldn't watch. I was just listening to the flashes and him charge up the speed booster, and I was getting closer and noticing he's not getting it. And then when Samus died, I was like, oh wow, we have a chance here. So I just told myself, just don't die. Just if you can get it within 3 tries, you can make up most of the time. And I was lucky enough to get it first try. But then even after that, I had a pretty good feeling that he would catch me, because he's just, at this point, he's better at the game than me. And my last 10 nights of streaming, it's been the exact same story, and it played out in this round. My late game has fallen apart, and I was bleeding and hemorrhaging time to him for a couple minutes, and then when he passed me, it was basically over. But enjoyed the race. I'm sure the viewers enjoyed it, because he was way ahead, and then I was ahead, and then it got tight, and then he went past me. So yeah, it was a good race, I imagine, for the viewers.
Oh, it was fantastic. It was a ton of fun to watch. It was very close for quite a while early on. But yeah, by the time the short boost came along, Destructor also got the first try Atom skip, which gave him a little bit. You didn't take that many. I think it was 3-ish. Yeah. So that gave Destructor a little bit of a lead, and then just kind of, like you said, he just cleaner movement overall. Slowly gaining a lead until he got to that short boost where it was like a minute and a half ahead maybe, and then obviously that death and your first try really just kind of flipped that on its head and put you almost a minute up. But
you do it unbuffered as well, Ross, don't you?
Yeah, I've
played
around with the
first try on this one is crazy. Good job on you for that.
I played around with the pause buffer strats really early when Zast was kind of learned how to do it, and it just doesn't. I can't compute exactly how it's, so I just have stuck with this. I will say though, to the viewers and people listening now, is that run right there. If anyone's not running the game, who's been thinking about running it and is oh, well, I have to learn all those tricks, right? That run right there firmly expresses how movement, while the tricks are super important, right? He was a minute behind after short boost with 30-ish minutes left in the run. And then I was memeing at the end, but he ended up beating me by a full minute. So if you really think about it, we're not doing many tricks on the last 30 minutes of the run. It's just movement and a couple boss fights, but you can just see the movement itself. Every single room, he's gaining seconds on me over my movement, and he was able to beat me. So really fun game. It's a beautiful game, and some really high-level runners, Destructor included, and all these guys at the top who they're doing some amazing things. B-Dog's going for 107. So hope, if nothing else, for the tournament, everyone has fun, and it brings out a bunch of people who are watching it who might think, well, I should run that, because there's a bunch of different categories. A bunch of it. There's glitchless. There's just a bunch of different stuff you can do in the game. It's a really fun game to run. So
I mean, the movement in this game is just so slick and fluid. It's just fun, like you said, and as Ross just mentioned, it's really a game. That's why I try to mention a little bit of movement stuff here and there throughout the commentary, is just because it is a game of micro optimizations. Yes, getting those atom skips first try and short boost first try, or pseudo space first try is huge, and that's a big single time save, but it is really just the movement through each individual room that starts to add up, and what will separate the good and from the great runners.
Very true. All right, well, Destructor, I gotta get going. I gotta do some IRL stuff, but congrats to you, Destructor, and good luck the rest of the way, buddy.
Thank you very much. Same for you in the losers bracket. You'll tear it apart.
For sure.
Go for it, boy.
For sure. We'll see what happens. All right, y'all have a good day.
Yeah,
thanks.
You
too.
Bye.
Yeah, that was like I said, a great race. GG's both the runners. Neither one was knocked out. This was a winners bracket match. So Ross there is dropping down to losers round 2, where they will face off against the winner of RBX and EOD Techs. Meanwhile, Destructor will be moving on to winners round 3, where you'll be going head-to-head against Oopla. How are you feeling about that one?
That's gonna be a tough one. That's gonna be a grudge match. There's some, I guess, some pride going on. We're like good friends, and it's for the national bribe. We're gonna just battle it out. It's gonna be a tough one. He doesn't play the game much these days as he focuses on other competitions, but one thing with Upla is that he definitely turns it on when the pressure is on for these matches, and when he's able to get into his bubble, he just busts out these 111s without any kind of practice. So it's gonna be a fun one. It's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah, for sure, and I'm looking forward to it. Like, we're getting to the point here where it's honestly anyone's race at this point. I mean, even here, like, for a good portion of this race, it looked like it could have gone either way, and
Mhm.
and obviously, as we progress further into tournament, the gaps between the runners are just going to narrow, and there's going to be even more exciting races to come. But yeah, with that, I don't know. Did you have any final comments about your run here, or the race, or the tourney in general?
Well, thank you for commentating first, and then nothing else. Just thank you for accompanying the viewers through this race.
Yeah, of course. I was more than happy to do it. It was a fantastic race, as I mentioned multiple times, like, which just makes my job a lot easier. So thank you for putting on a good show for us. There's a link to the runners' Twitch channels in chat there if you want to give them a follow. Thank them for their hard work that they're putting in this game and putting a show on for us. Yeah, other than that, I don't think I have anything else to add. So, just kind of keep an eye on these speed gaming channels for more races coming up. We do have one starting here in about an hour over on Speed Gaming 2. Between manager and Antonexvi. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say your name. And then we will be having another race later tonight as well on this channel in about 4 hours. So yeah, keep an eye on that. And there will be plenty more races to come. And we will see you next mission.